You can actually hit the filter and lighten it up because it looks dark, don't you think? Up there.
It does when we tap the screen.
What are you doing? See your face first. Pin. Did you pin it? Oh, there you go. You got it working today. Now look at the thing. It looks weak. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, you're not gonna say good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Deanna. Good morning. I think I seen Anna.
Anna Banana.
Also I think I seen what else did I see?
Carol.
Good morning, Candy.
Good morning.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Somebody gonna stifle their gas.
I wonder if you gotta get Canada on that locks, but
We don't have them no more, baby. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Chelsea. How are you?
good morning. Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies. Listen, we want to make this summer a good summer, especially if you happen to be going to an island. So, ladies, try not to become pregnant with a child tonight.
This would be a good time to do some things you don't do.
Kevin, enough. Don't even start.
This would be
I feel like I'm getting sick, babe.
a good time to try something different for your man if you don't want to get pregnant.
So, like what? Like what? Try something different, like what, babe?
You know.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking you.
I mean, you know, try something different. Look at some videos and figure out what I'm saying.
No, hey, this is a video that they're looking at. So, what kind of things should they try, babe? So, what exactly are you saying? Huh? Hello,
Baby,
windows.
you are making me nervous at the back of this tractor trailer.
This tractor trailer is fine.
I feel like I'm getting carbon monoxide. We so close to it because the fumes are just blowing in our faces.
Hey, I'm trying something different. Knock you out and then take advantage of you.
You ain't got to knock that to take advantage of me. I'll just go.
So, Kevin, what advice do you have for... Because you haven't been married every single Valentine's Day of your life. So, like today... Somebody that we know was in a really, really bad mood, and then we remembered that today is Valentine's Day. So what advice do you have for single ladies who are not booed up for Valentine's Day?
So, ladies, this gives you an opportunity to see how serious that individual is.
No, that's not booed up. That don't even have a prospect.
No. Every woman has a prospect.
Oh.
Every woman has a prospect. It's never a such thing as a woman doesn't have a prospect. It's whether she wants to admit that particular person is a prospect.
Oh.
Every woman is not one woman that I can say that I know personally that doesn't have some guy that's knocking.
Thank you, Nerone or Lorraine. I'm not sure who's watching. Thank you. So, what are the telltale signs that he's a prospect for a Valentine's Day date? Because I don't feel like you should accept every offer to go out to dinner on Valentine's either.
I agree, but
so what is the deciding factor in your opinion?
Well, listen, it's nothing going out on if a gentleman asked you, listen, it's Valentine's Day, would you like to go out to dinner? Get that free meal. Get that free meal.
But
good
no, because my thing is that even if not that night, I think that if you guys go out on Valentine's Day, you might just thinking like, the chick may be thinking, oh, this is a free meal, but he might be thinking, I done spent time with her on Valentine's. It's thirsty guys out there.
No. See, that's where women get it wrong at. Women put too much of an expectations on guys, where guys just like, look, I just wanted to. It was Valentine's Day.
No, but this is what I'm saying. There are thirsty guys out there. That might not be you, but there are guys out there who would say, oh, well, we went out on Valentine's Day, so that means we coupled up.
It's I don't know. If you find him, you change it, you block him on your phone.
So that's what I'm saying.
And you alleviate him out of your conversation,
but
because he's a little crazy.
But that's what I'm trying to say, Boo, is that I know you've been detached from it for a little while.
Most guys, but let me tell you, most guys on Valentine's Day,
baby, because you don't know. It's just a lot of the guys you know.
No. I'm not gonna say that. I can speak from a male I can speak on behalf of a male population, because I've been one all my life and I've been around them all my life. So I can speak. I feel like I'm very well versed in men stuff. So it's not that I can only speak from a small percentile. I can speak. I mean, conversations over conversations. Men are the same in a sense. I can go to California and have the same conversation with a man, and it'll be the same conversation.
But what I'm trying to tell you now, listen to me, because you always talk about what you know from a male's point of view. Now, let me just tell you, because I happen to have been a woman all my life.
I'll never debate anything you say about a woman.
So this is what I'm saying. As a woman, even before you, I have had guys who had wanted to take me out on Valentine's night, or took me out on Valentine's night, and automatically thought that we were a couple just because we went out to dinner on Valentine's night. And my mindset was, no, that was just eating. So there are guys out there who are thirsty and who will misinterpret, oh, we went out to dinner as now we are booed up. So that's what I'm saying. There is proof.
And again, if now, how can I put this? If you're having conversations with if this dude is pursuing you and all this other stuff, it takes a really for a guy to think that just because we went out on Valentine's Day, I don't know too many guys that would think that.
Okay, that's what
now what we do, men, we give a false expectation to women because of what we want to get at the end of the night. Now we will do that because we understand at the end of the night I have to make her think that this is a serious situation.
But no, did you hear what I said? I did not say what you said. I said there are men out there who think that just because they spent some dollars on you, if they had been pursuing you and then he took you out for Valentine's Day, there are men out there who automatically think that y'all a couple.
No, he think he getting some pussy. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Okay, I'm going to hope that the thing broke up. But no, Kevin, listen to what I'm saying. Just because that's how you think.
No.
Okay, but listen to me. I have had situations where a guy thought just because he took me out on around Valentine's Day that we were a couple, and I'm like, no, my brother, we're not a couple. We just went out for Valentine's Day.
Oh, and I agree. See,
I'm not talking about the expectation of sex. I'm talking about the expectation of, oh, now we're a couple. So we're talking about two different things. There are guys out there who...
Nerone, you heard that? I don't know where that came from. First, let me stop. I got to stop because I want to apologize.
You about to have an Adele moment.
No, really. I don't know where that came from.
You having an Adele moment.
I did. Look, so listen, I want to ask y'all to forgive me because I don't know where that came from. I apologize. I typically don't talk like
reckless.
that. No. I typically don't talk like that. So I woke up and not feeling that great this morning. So please, I want to apologize for what I just said.
Y'all thought it was me.
No, Candy, stop that.
What?
Bam, you stop that. You know I really don't do that, Candy. Oh, you gonna do that now? You gonna do that?
You're telling me I know that you really don't do that, but you just did
it. Y'all forgive me. And I'll tell you what it is. I'm very adamant about when I talk to my children.
You talk to our children like that?
Oh my God, Candy, you really gonna do this to me right now? You know
What?
I'm gonna delete this video right
now.
now.
No, you're not gonna delete the video. No, you're not. It stays up. But let's get back to the conversation. As a woman, it has been my experience that a guy taking you out on a romantic date, what he thinks is a romantic date, and you're just like, oh, free meal, will think that y'all a couple. It's not even about him trying to have sex that night or whatever. So this is what I'm saying from a female's perspective. Like you said, listen to me, like you said, you are the self-proclaimed expert when it comes to guys, but I'm just saying, and in conversations with females, I'm not the only one who has gone through this, that, you know, a guy will think like you're not even all the way interested in him, but you're like, dang, it's Valentine's Day, might as well go out, hey, whatever. Or maybe even the weekend before or the weekend after Valentine's Day. And because this guy had been pursuing you and you said yes to a dinner, he's like, oh, I got her.
So maybe I'm a totally different kind of dude, and the dudes that I know are totally different, because it's very rare that a dude wants to jump in a complete relationship. It's true. But there are guys out there who are like that. But it's usually the female that gets like, it's after a few dates and possibly sex that they feel like they're in a relationship, where a guy thinks like, okay, we didn't make that complete move yet.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You can't speak for every man, because trust me, I've been a woman all my life, and I have run into some uberly thirsty, and listen, and girlfriends that I know, trust me, we talk about this. We, just like y'all have barbershop talk, we have beauty shop talk. There are guys out there who think just because they bought you just because they bought you a dinner, or just because they bought you a pocketbook, or just because they took you to the island.
I don't think, listen, this is the thing. It's not that we think we're in a relationship. We think you owe us something in return.
No. Kevin, listen to me. I have had experience. I have girlfriends who have had the same experience, that they think just because you guys went out on a couple of dates that they are now your boyfriend, and they get real territorial. Like, you know, all of a sudden they call you and you're like, what's up? I mean, they're like, what's up? What are you doing tonight? Oh, I'm going out. Wait, what do you mean you're going out? I'm going out with a friend. Oh, well, I thought I was your friend. Yes, there are guys out there like, maybe that's not you, but there are guys that are out there like that.
Now, I got certain homies, and I'll be honest with you, certain homies that think like, and we'll say it jokingly amongst each other. They be like, I bought her a gift, so that means we're in a relationship. And I'm like, yo, did you solidify that or whatever? Like, no, it's just, that's what I'm telling you. So now
you're just Xing
Hold on. But you have to understand these dudes to say this. They're literally in a joking mentality. No, hold on, putting expectations.
Okay, but that's your friends. That's your friends.
Not. So what am I saying?
Okay, but you're telling me, okay, I'm telling you what you're saying. What you're saying is that you have friends that have done that, okay, I brought her a gift, so now she probably thinking that we're in a date. No, so what I'm telling you is, because I did have...
No, that's not what I
mean, that we're in a relationship. Okay, go ahead, Kevin.
So what they do is they put the false expectation out to you, so you'll stop seeing other people, but yet they're still going to be seeing other people.
Let me ask this question. Have you heard anything that I said? What am I saying to you? Because what have I said to you? Like you said, you know, what did I explain to you?
You basically saying it's particular guys out there that after they spend a date with you or whatever, they actually think they're in a relationship with you.
Yes, there are guys like that.
Okay, all right. And
it's not.
And you know what? I'm not even going to debate that,
because I've been a woman in that situation. I know women Please, woman, somebody call into this show, because my husband does not believe me.
No, you're not understanding.
Hold on, wait a second. You're not understanding me, and you keep cutting me off. No. Wait. Let me finish.
Go ahead there.
There are instances, maybe that's not you, maybe that's not your circle of friends, but every woman who has been out in the dating scene has come up against a guy who put the true, I'm not talking about, oh, I'm about to get some expectation. No, I'm talking about they really thought that they were in an exclusive relationship with her, and she's like, no, that was absolutely a date. Like, no, I'm still out there in the field. Trust me, just like guys think that they are the only ones that have these deep kind of relationship kind of talks in the barbershop. I guarantee you that you guys will be surprised about the kind of conversations that women have and the experiences that we have shared in the beauty salon. There are the crazy stalker guys out there, just like you guys talk about the crazy stalker girls. There are the guys who, I'm trying to think of just situations that I know friends of mine have been in. Go out on a date, she thinking it's just a date. The next weekend maybe she goes out with somebody else, and this guy is like tailing them, like confrontation, like, I thought me and you were a couple.
This is one of the things that I think women make the biggest mistake at.
So why is that the woman's mistake, though?
What am I saying? One of the biggest mistakes that women make is, and fellas, y'all gonna have to help me out with this because I try to explain this all the time, is when a man tries to tell you what men think. You debate the thought process from the person, or the person that would be the expertise on how men, I didn't interrupt you, how men think. I can only speak from a man's perspective.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. No, I'm trying to tell you from a woman's perspective, and you are doing the exact thing. No,
I'm not debating.
You are doing the exact thing.
Katie, if you were telling me about a woman,
I am telling you about a woman.
Okay, I'm not debating that. I'm telling you the mindset of a man, and you're telling me, no, that's not how all men think. Okay, no problem. And I'm telling you, not all women want to be booed up in a relationship. I'm not debating that.
Not all.
I don't know.
Not all women are thirsty, and guess what?
You got some hoes.
No, okay, so anyway,
you got some hoes out there.
Because you're
no,
sounding
seriously.
real. Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, and you're doing the exact same thing that you're claiming that women always make the mistake because they don't listen to what the man has to say about a woman. You're not really listening to what I'm saying to you about from women's experiences with men.
No, that's not what I'm debating.
Okay, you're.
No,
okay, listen to me.
Hold on. Let's do this.
Wait,
no. Wait a minute. Can I say something?
No, because I want to finish my sentence. I want to finish my sentence.
No, but wait a minute.
I want to finish my sentence.
Baby,
I want to finish my sentence.
All I'm saying I
want to finish my sentence.
Candy, can we calm the conversation?
No, I want to finish my sentence.
And this is supposed to be a day of love. We already got a couple.
There are situations, even around this love day, that men, for whatever reason, have a false reality about their said relationship with a woman, because I do know women that are not interested in being in a committed relationship, and the guy is just basically like trying to cuff her. So I think that, and like you said, women make the mistake of not listening to a man. I think that right now you're making that same mistake of not listening to a woman. It's not. I know plenty of women who are very single and content. They rather casually date rather than be in a cuffed up relationship. I mean, maybe it's not the norm, but it's the reality of it.
So what I was trying to say is, because for some reason we have a lot of we're like, this conversation is pretty much, it's almost like a battle of the wills. It's not a battle of the wills to me. I'm just telling you, when you make a statement. You just asked me not to interrupt. But when you make a statement, wait. I just gave you the respect that you asked for. I'm just asking for the same thing in return, dude. Look, ain't nobody. Look, this car conversation ain't gonna mess me getting up some tonight. I'm sorry. Look. I'm just saying. What I'm saying to you, babe, is that, in this, just like there are women who misinterpret a gesture, a kind gesture, there are also men who misinterpret a kind gesture too. Like, case in point. Women, I know you get this. Women, because I'm a friendly person, I'm generally a friendly person. I could be walking downtown or out in the world, whatever, and I make eye contact with a guy for whatever reason, and maybe he held the door open for me, or maybe we're crossing paths. I'm a people watcher, and if I make eye contact with him, hello. Just like if I make eye contact with a woman, hello. Then all of a sudden, his first thing is, oh, she wanted. Don't nobody want it. No.
I just said hello.
And that's the funny thing. Even with that, sometimes guys like, dang, I would just say, sometimes women will think that's what we think, and it's just like, no, that's not what was on my mind.
I have had a conversation with a guy who is a self-proclaimed, I know just from the way she says hi, she wanted, no.
Now, let me ask you this.
You can't tell.
Let me ask you this. Hold on, let me ask you this. When you qualify certain
things. Here's the thing, because all you did was make it bigger. You didn't make it brighter. Double tap it again, because it's just...
Baby, you saw it go brighter.
See?
But you saw it go brighter there.
Because we got into a different area.
First of all, when you qualify certain things from certain gentlemen, you gotta look at the caliber of person you're talking to. I mean,
same thing for women. When you talk to a hoe, you're going to get a hoe response.
But babe, I never. If you tell me something about a woman, I'm not going to debate it.
Oh yes, you do. I try to tell you something about women all the time, and you be like, "No, see, you're a woman, so you don't think right about it." I try to tell you stuff about women all the time, and you swear that you're the freaking next Steve Harvey.
No, don't ever compare me. No, hold on. So again, I'm trying to understand. Why is it an attack on? Hold on, wait a minute.
Because
why is it an attack on me? No.
Particularly,
hold
I'm
on,
telling you why.
A conversation.
I'm telling you why. Because you in particular, every time I get into a relationship conversation with you in particular, you always say women make mistakes of not.
Celeste, I need your help.
Kevin, I'm
any relationship advice I ever gave you that y'all was like, no, did you not have to come back and say, you know what, Kevin, I don't know how you saw that.
Kevin, I was talking to you and you totally just cut me off and went to the thing.
There, you do that all the time. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do it. I don't understand why you getting frustrated over it.
Because this is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. I have had conversations with you when you were dead wrong about a woman's point of view on a particular topic, but because you're a man and because you have this male chauvinist mentality sometimes, you automatically think that you know how women are. And it's true.
No, see,
it's true.
And again, I'm out the game. I try to give women secrets on, like, yo, this is what this dude is going to do. I'm telling you, I can see straight through it. And it's like, no. I give up from a male's perspective. I honestly, when I talk about females, I do it just to be funny or whatever. But I'm not dead serious. But when I speak from a man's perspective, I'm giving you how men respond. And when I hear back, well, not all men are like that. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying. I'm giving you from a majority response. And
how can you give from a majority response when you don't know the majority of the men? You know the men in your circle of influence. You know the men that you communicate with and that you deal with. But you have not done no darn standard deviation poll research design to say, how do men think about this? You would be surprised, because here's the thing. Different men at different stages of life will think differently even about relationships there. So right now, your lens of how you view relationships is through the lens of a 40-something-year-old man that's been married, that used to be a hoe and has now been married since he is 19 years old. So the viewpoints and the perspectives of a man.
Hold on, stop. Hold on, I gotta say this real quick. Jerome Hunt, we have been trying to get Jermaine Dolly on the Candy and Kev show for some months now, man. I'm going to email you again today to see what he has opening on our radio show sometime in March. We want to definitely get him on. I heard the new single. It is crazy. It's hot. We want to interview him on the Candy and Kev show, so we got to get with you, man. So I'm glad you joined today. Appreciate you joining. But we definitely want to make sure we get you guys on the Candy and Kev show as soon as possible. So I'm sorry about that. I had to interrupt because I had to take advantage of this opportunity while I had it. Go ahead there.
I don't know.
All right, good. So listen, I don't want us to, this is a day of love. I don't even know how we got on this whole debate about, the battle of the
don't realize that there are thirsty guys out there who do, as you say, function in relationships like the proverbial female dude. Because
that ain't even in my vocabulary.
Because I said proverbial?
Candy, that don't even sound like a sentence I would make up.
Okay, Because here's the thing, there are women out there
Got you.
who function like, okay, I'm trying
Jerome,
to
can you do me a favor? Can you inbox me? I gotta handle this now while I got him. Can you? Because they on the move. Jerome, can you inbox me your email address one more time,
Jerome,
brother?
why don't you call in? How about this?
Jerome, I would love to hear your perspective.
The number is at the bottom of the screen, 215-874-7210. Because I need a man to call in. Jerome, I want you to call in, please. And then a woman to call in. Because honestly, Kevin and I have these conversations all the time.
But listen, even if you call in, I want to understand. I want to make
call
something
in,
very...
Jerome, right now, 215-874-7210.
While we waiting for Jerome to call in, listen, I want to make sure everybody understands that, listen, this is a day of love. This is the one day that's set aside to celebrate your boo, to celebrate, your love, to celebrate love at its finest, relationships. A lot of times in life, you forget to celebrate. Not that we want to say Valentine's Day is the end all be all, because some people don't get paid till the 15th, and they got to wait till tomorrow. Not that I had to do that today. I got to check my account again. But, celebrate. This is a day of love. So even though me and my wife might be having a disagreement, at the end of the day, guess what? I'm going to treat her like a queen, and she going to treat me like a king, if I'm correct, baby. Am I correct? That dimple getting to me now. Go on with it. See, it's that dimple. I break every time on that dimple, baby. Don't do that. Why would you do that on the camera? We got a caller calling. Hold on one second, everybody.
Hello. Wait a second. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Is this my man Jerome?
What's up?
What's going on, good brother?
We're not feeling the love. We sent you a thing. We want to have Jermaine Dolly on the show. Are you gonna make that happen, bro?
Of course I'm gonna make it.
Listen,
Okay.
I heard the new single come and knock on my door. Fire. Yo, I did not think, I thought it was gonna be hard to come back from what's the song?
Jesus.
I thought it was gonna be hard to come back with a follow-up single. Dude, y'all did it. Y'all did it.
Listen, thank you. Let me tell you something, man. Like that was the thing in the process of his album. Jermaine's album is going to blow people's minds. I'm telling you.
So
this album is incredible. We took our time because you set the bar so high,
Yes. Yo.
So we didn't just come out with anything.
Okay.
So, it's an incredible album, man.
You guys are working hard.
Because one thing we're actually trying to do, because Jermaine is Philly, I'm Philly. Jermaine is West Philly, right?
No, I think.
Yeah, Southwest.
I'm West Oakland. So what my husband and I wanted to do, because as you know, I don't know how long you've been following the car conversations, but we do this. We have car conversations, and sometimes we have people sit in with us, and we were trying to get. I was trying to do a sing off with Jermaine Dolly in the car.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That can happen. Y'all right in North City. Y'all right in North City. That's easy.
All right,
that's
so
easy. Y'all will like that too. He's fun like that.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
So we gotta make that happen.
So, yeah, we'll be in the city for a while. We're in Detroit now.
Okay.
So we got some radio stuff to do this morning. Then we back to the city until March, the beginning of March. Then we back out again.
Okay. All right. Well, when you come back to town, we gotta make that happen. Both the interview with the radio, but then we also have to do the car conversation on location. That'll be dope.
So
yeah. No doubt. That's a given.
Okay.
We're here.
We're here. Okay.
We're here.
So now, you'll inbox my husband, and we'll get your information so we can make both of those things happen, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm inboxing today. I'm inboxing this morning.
Okay, so
I was enjoying y'all little going back and forth.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
I'm glad.
Jermaine,
no, wait a minute. Be careful how she set up your question, man. Be careful. Watch it now. I'm gonna let her talk.
Now, listen. Philly, born and bred, all my life, born and bred. And I know how Philly dudes are, so I know y'all,
How you know he from Philly?
Well,
you just assuming.
Are you from Philly?
Yeah, I'm from Philly.
Thank you. I can tell the way he talks, first of all.
Whatever.
The way he talks. I know Philly recognizes Philly. Tell him,
Jerome. Be careful
Philly,
how she asks you this question.
Philly recognizes Philly. Anyway, not saying that you in particular or anybody that you like ride or die boys with, but have you not come across thirsty dudes who are really thirsty running after a chick?
I mean, I've seen it from both sides, though. You know, I just think that if you have people that don't want to make up their mind and what they want to do, you won't have that. You know, men see things differently than a woman sees things.
Thank you.
Obviously, a man could be walking down the street. A man could be walking down the street with his wife, and you know what she's thinking? Oh, the flowers over there looks great. You know, look at the sun. And the man is thinking, you know, this cat up here that's walking, he getting a little too close. Men are protectors by nature.
Right now,
men are protectors by nature.
So, but okay.
I mean,
let the man talk.
So, but the question of our big debate, Jerome, is this. Now, again, before I even get into that, do you realize that women have beauty shop talk just like men have barbershop talk? Do you realize that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
Now, and you know we don't sitting there just talking about, you know, grocery shopping and the latest crochet patterns. You know that, right?
Right.
I'm like, we have real grown woman talk, correct?
How you leading him to...
Okay, now, have you run into any women who are really not interested in being cuffed? They just not interested in being cuffed nor bedded, just interested in the meal or an item.
Not really.
Thank you.
Because I changed my circle.
Oh, okay.
I
I understand. All right.
I don't really. I mean, I haven't seen that, to be honest, in a long time. I really changed my circle, and to me, if a woman is just looking for a meal or something like that, she's selling herself short. Then you're going to get, if that's her mindset, then she can't be upset when she attracts a dude that want to buy you a meal and he wants something else out of it.
Okay, so but this is what I'm saying though. Like, so I know I'm thinking about a conversation where I was talking to a female. And there was this guy who was like just trying, like really coming. He was pulling out all the stops for her, like buying her unsolicited gifts. Never like hit on her sexually, but he just wanted to be. He felt like she was his queen, the person he was meant to be.
Men are pursuers.
Listen, Kevin. She wasn't really feeling him like that. But she thought he was a nice guy, and she could have a good conversation with him. All of a sudden, it gets around the Valentine's Day, and she, you know, he asked her out, and you know they've had casual dinners before, and so he asked her out, and she takes him up on his offer. 2 days later, he's like introducing her and like, oh, we're a couple, and she's like, no, we just went out.
He's crazy.
Oh yeah, well that's something different. But that's something different. But here's the thing: the guy obviously she knows where the guy stands with her,
right?
And she knows how he is going to process the information.
Okay.
So if you know that a person is feeling you in that way, and you know their intentions, you don't go that far.
Thank you.
You know, to do that with her not being aware of it. It just seemed like you're trying to have her take it easier too, like she's passing time. I just want to do this because it's available. You know.
So now, is it okay for men to do the exact same thing then?
No, it's not okay for anybody to play with anybody.
Jerome, you married?
Jerome is happily married, right?
Jerome, you sound like a married man.
Yeah, of course.
That's what, see,
no.
Your perspective is different.
No, now you're going to say his perspective is different. Oh my God.
Let me say this about a man.
Help me, bro.
Usually a man that's courting a woman, and nowadays a man wants one thing from her.
Mm-hmm.
We physical. A man wants one thing. That's his whole thing, to conquer her. That's his whole intention. And he sees that from day one.
Now, hold on,
He
Jerome.
sees that from day one.
Jerome, let me ask you this. Me and you didn't have this conversation privy to this, right?
Privy to this?
No.
So you're giving a man's perspective from just from a male outlook, correct?
Right.
Thank
so
you.
now let me ask you this question: do you have sisters, like older sisters in particular?
No.
Okay. So.
No. But I've been that guy before though. So.
Okay. So, but listen,
You know.
have you ever had a conversation with a woman about how a woman thinks?
Of course.
We're not debating
Of course.
that.
I'm not talking.
Hold on, can I
Of
say
course.
this? One of the things I'll say too, Jerome, to your point is, and if that female actually knows he's pursuing her in a romantic relationship, and she begins to take stuff from him, like if a woman knows she's not interested at all, she's not interested in a romantic relationship, and on Valentine's Day he brings her a whole bunch of stuff, and she takes that, she has to be upfront and be like, listen, I don't want to give no mixed signals. We are completely just friends. It's platonic. I'm not interested.
So a man needs to do the same thing if a woman does that to her.
Oh yeah. A man needs to. Yeah,
Men
that
will
works
do
both
that.
ways. I mean, you shouldn't lead anybody on. Put it this way: one thing, like if a woman is pursuing a man, here's what men can do that's different from women. A man can sleep with many women, and it doesn't mean anything to him.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't mean anything to him. Women pursue you when a woman gets involved. Like it's more emotions. It's more emotion. She's more emotionally connected.
Now I have to say
And
this,
that's
Jerome. I just want to let you know there is a percentage of the female population. I'm not going to say it's a big percentage, a large percentage, but I have come across in my 44 years of living, I have come across some women who are just about to stick and move like the men. I'm telling you. I don't get it.
No. I believe that.
I don't get
it.
Trust me, that goes on. No, that goes on. No. I'm not saying that doesn't go on. Well, what I'm saying is this. Back to what you were saying, as far as if a man is giving the woman flowers and he's pursuing her, you know when you're being pursued, and you know when somebody's in the friendship zone.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. You know the difference. So sometimes people want their cake and eat it too. Sometimes that's using people. And if a man does that to a woman, then you got to believe that there's going to be some consequences to that. You don't lead people on and start accepting things without having a conversation, because everybody processes information differently. You know, and if somebody is taking one thing and they're pursuing you, and you're taking Valentine's Day gift, and you're going out with them all the time, you're accepting it on one of the biggest romantic days in the nation. What is a person is supposed to believe? What are they going to believe? Mm-hmm. You don't spend Valentine's Day with anybody. I mean that's a day where where that's what couples do. But men and women, the agenda sometimes is different. But I think that women should be careful, because there's a lot of times women is like prey to a lot of men.
Right, I agree.
And what they do, what men do, women could be thinking something one way, but a man, like just like you were saying, opening the door. But you have to be very careful with eye contact, because once you make eye contact to a man, that is an invitation.
See, and that's exactly what I said to my husband. That
is an invitation. You gotta be careful.
Because I generally, when I'm speaking to a person, I look them in their eyes, because it has a lot to do also with my background, as far as my professional background. So when I'm in conversation with a person, I look them in their eyes a lot and things of that nature. I make eye contact. And just by nature of my personality, and I have 2 older brothers, my best friends, some of my best friends when I was growing up were guys. Very platonic relationship, but it was guys. Now, because I also have 2 older brothers who, so I was always around guys, very, very comfortable around guys. So I can be around a guy and not think, oh my God, he wants me. But guys, on the other hand, they take eye contact or hey, how you doing, as she wants me.
You know why they do that? Because it's been working for years.
Yep.
If it hadn't been working, then they wouldn't do it.
Oh, see, I'm a different type
they don't do it, don't work.
Right.
Yeah.
It may not work on you, but majority of the time it works.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying that the Bible says even sustain from even the appearance of doing evil.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because especially, you know, as married couples, you have to be careful, because a guy doesn't, you know, he wants to get next to you, and that's that. So one thing that men know is this: women like the attention. They like to be heard when they talk. So a guy, he would do all those things, act interested in your conversation, but a lot of times he's not interested in your conversation.
He didn't even hear what she said.
He may be appearing to be interested in your conversation. He don't care nothing about that.
Thank you.
He don't care nothing about that. Especially so when you make eye contact and things that you do, you know. But what happens is when you're talking to a guy, let's say you're married, and he's still trying to pursue you, he doesn't care. But there's little things that you could do that will back him off. Such things
Definitely.
like, let me see.
Definitely. Oh, I'm a definite believer in that. I'll never forget. So as you know, me and Kevin been married for 23 years, and his dad on our wedding, the night before our wedding, or maybe
sometime
after, like maybe in the first month or so after we got married.
We were married young.
My husband was 19 and I was 21 when we got married, and
Oh wow.
Yeah, we've been married like forever. I feel like I was born and Jesus like, here's your mom, your dad, your husband, and all your kids, your cat and your dog. So anyway, I'll never forget my father-in-law, his first piece of advice to us was, listen, if you guys ever find yourself in a situation when you feel like a man is being inappropriate with the wife, or a woman is being inappropriate with the husband, the husband is the appropriate person to shut the woman down, and the wife is the appropriate person to shut the man down. Because he said, if, like, let's say if a guy hit on me and my husband goes to try to shut it down, if he is that type of dude, he might be like, oh, but she still want me, you know, and that might actually stir the pot more. But if the woman makes it very clear, oh no, I don't want you, and now
I want to say, man, you have literally changed the game in the music industry as far as gospel is concerned. Independent artists, man, we see what just happened with Chance the Rapper, and you know, we understand one of the things behind Dolly is a machine, and that machine will be Jerome Hunt, that's killing the game, man, working hard, man. You're doing your thing, man, and I don't want you to, because I've been in the industry before, you know, I know how it is to try to manage a person and, you know, try to get them where they need to get to. You've done it, brother, and we want you to know we're proud of you. We're proud of everything you guys represent for the city of Philadelphia, man. You guys are everywhere, man, and you guys are working hard. You're doing it, man. I believe you guys are going to be at the Grammys like Chance the Rapper was. It's the second artist to have an independent project with a Grammy, man. So proud of you dudes, and we definitely support. My wife want to say one thing before we go.
And so I'm putting it right here out on the book. It's coming soon. Y'all gonna see a car conversation with Candy and Kev, Jermaine, Dolly. We might even get Jerome.
We gonna have Jerome in here too.
I'm schedule that tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm that tomorrow.
All right.
I'm gonna schedule it tomorrow. I'm gonna see Dolly today. I'm gonna see him today. We got a radio interview in Detroit in about 2 hours. I'm gonna talk to him about it. That's stuff, and that's cool.
Okay.
I'm glad to do that. That's Dolly. That's what you do.
And then maybe we'll have a session on the radio where we can kind of like go through the album, and Jermaine can talk about the different hits on the album.
Oh, that'd be dope, and we're looking to do that too. Thank you, that's dope.
All right, man.
That way people can get that whole album.
Definitely, man.
We good with that. We definitely good with that.
All right, man. So listen.
So I'm inbox you guys.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if my number came up. I don't know if my number came up.
No, it didn't come up. It's private.
Yeah. So listen.
All right.
We appreciate you calling in today, man. We'll be in touch with you like within a day's time, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate your thought.
Wait. Today is Valentine's Day, so we'll talk to you tomorrow.
We'll talk to you tomorrow, brother. All right, man. Have a great one. Have a safe trip. Have a safe trip back, bro.
All right, thank you.
All right. Thanks.
So, guys, you have been tuning in to the Candy and Kev Car Conversation, the Valentine's Day edition. And listen, go out, make some babies tonight, y'all.
Listen, ain't nothing like after arguments.
Yeah, that's why I argue with Kevin a lot, so we can make up. Don't you ever use that word on the book again.
I know. I don't know what the devil slipped into my tongue today. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't talk like that in public.
Bye.
Have a good one.